If I were to ask you which Pokemon are popular in competitive, what would you say? Incineroar, Rillaboom, Amoonguss, Urshifu? All of these are very valid picks that are in fact good and competitive, but how long would it take you before you mention Iron Crown? If you're into the VGC scene, probably not very long. So, what on earth does Iron Crown even do? Well, first we gotta look at its common partners. See, Iron Crown has a lot more versatility than a Pokemon like Ribombee, because Iron Crown has two sets that are conventionally used. One of these include a Calm Mind setup set, and another is a Psyspam set. Now, of these two sets, the Psyspam one is way more popular, so that's the one we're going to focus on. The Psyspam Iron Crown typically has partners like Indeedee Female and Regidrago to capitalize on the Fantasy core. When team building, there are two very common starting points for teams. One of which is the Fire Water Grass core, typically involving Pokemon like Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Urshifu. The Fantasy core is a Steel Fairy Dragon core. Now, you may be looking at Iron Crown, Regidrago, and Indeedee and realize that there isn't actually a Fairy type here. And you're right, there isn't a Fairy type here. But in this core, the Indeedee typically run Terra Fairy with Dazzling Gleam. Why? Well, as for Dazzling Gleam, you don't really need a Psychic move because Iron Crown covers that area pretty well. The Terra, however, isn't as straightforward. A Calm Mind Raging Bolt set is rising in popularity, and this set only runs two attacking moves, Thunderclap and Dragon Pulse. Now, some of you have probably already caught it, but Indeedee has the ability Psychic Surge, which sets up Psychic Terrain. Psychic Terrain blocks priority moves like Thunderclap. Dragon Pulse is a good damage option, but Dragon cannot hit Fairy types, meaning that this Indeedee cannot be damaged by Raging Bolt. This allows Iron Crown to take it out with Expanding Force and Tachyon Cutter. Okay, what is Tachyon Cutter, I hear you ask? Well, that's a darn good question. Tachyon Cutter is Iron Crown's signature Steel-type move. It hits twice and has a base power of 50 per hit, and it also never misses. So why is it good? Well, obviously it can hit the Fairy-type Raging Bolts, but it can also hit another one of Psyspam's biggest ops, Chien-Pao. Iron Crown has Quark Drive, as does every future Paradox Pokemon, but this actually helps a ton here. Iron Crown can use the Speed Booster to outspeed Chien-Pao, and since Tachyon Cutter hits twice, you can either knock out Chien-Pao for free or force a Terra. Iron Crown also does really well into the current metagame, with Psychic Terrain Control and Expanding Force hitting a lot of the format for good damage. The hyper-offensive nature of the team also makes it a bit easier to pilot than other popular teams right now. All in all, Iron Crown is a really good Pokemon that kills a lot of stuff and loves spamming Expanding Force. If you made it this far, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, and if not, that's fine too, I guess. Thank you for watching!